Hey folks, the Watcher here. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. On Sunday, March 30th, 2019, my 15-year-old son and his friend of the same age were traveling to downtown Langley on the transit. My son has his own bus pass. His friend did not have the sufficient funds or a pass. So they boarded the bus at 66 and 203rd. My son's friend was allowed to ride the bus after having a talk with the bus driver. Now the guy here in this still photo, he decided he was going to speak up and have a few words, but, he didn't offer assistance of any kind. Instead, the guy riding the bus with his fiancée decided to show her how much of a gentleman he can be and decided to belittle my son's friend. His friend is a heavy-set kid and wears glasses. I was told by my son and his friend that this guy threw insults at them and then attempted to intimidate them when the guy and his fiancée were getting off the bus. He was standing over them. Oh, they got off the bus at 203rd and 65th, just down the street from where my son and his friend got on. So as they're getting off, he decides to stand over them. Well, stand in the aisle, stand over them because my son and his friend are sitting, and he calls my son's friend typical millennial. My son decides to speak up as the guy was getting off the bus because they were no longer going to be riding with them and be a threat. My son decides to say something, and he spoke up and said, "Hey, what's your problem, bud? Why are you lipping off a pair of 15-year-old kids? Being the age that you are, why don't you act your age?" The guy decided to threaten my son, told him to get off the bus and keep talking tough. My son called me, told me what went down. I went to see him and his friend. I looked at the video of this guy that my son had after he had after he had gotten off the bus. My son decided, I'm going to get a photo of this or a video so I can do something about this guy. And I went and saw the video. The guy doesn't take his phone down from his face the whole time on video. So, pardon me, I snapped a quick picture of it. And off I went. I went to find this individual. See if I can have a chat with him. Maybe get him to tell me who he is so I can get the police to deal with him. Either way, watch the video here because I found him. I think it's interesting. Found him. Tell me that's not the same guy right there. There's a fucking sweater right beside him. So now I get to have my word with him. Excuse me, sir. That's you, right? Yeah, that's you.
Let's see.
Don't touch my phone. Okay, so I want to know why you're harassing my son and his friend on the bus.
On a bus?
Yeah, that's you. Trust me, it's you.
Oh, you mean a kid that got on a bus and held up the whole entire bus and was like, "Hey, I got on the bus with no bus fare, no call, no nothing."
So what gives you the right to say anything to a child?
Well, I don't know. Here's a bit ready. I'll call the cops. I'll wait for you. Well, I have no problem with the police.
Well, you don't threaten kids on a bus, okay?
Threatens
Yeah, you did. You sat there and said, "Come on off the bus then. Come do what you're going to do."
I have a disability, so you know what?
So do I. So does he.
But nobody did nothing.
Well, why are you talking to it? I'm not doing anything now. Well, you can't have a conversation with me?
Well, now I feel a little bit more violent.
How do you think he feels? Some grown man asking him on the bus and harassing him, threatening him.
Nobody threatened him at all.
Well, that's what he told me.
Well, he may have interpreted that way. But
Well,
what was said to him was,
then maybe you should think next time.
Get on the bus and you should pay.
Well, maybe next time you should think before you talk to a minor. If it's not your child, then don't talk to it. Right? Does that make sense, sir?
Well, you know, I'm willing to speak with you. Oh, he's recording me, so have a nice day.
I'm allowed to record you.
Not by law.
Yep, by law. You think you know the law more than me? That's hilarious. But right now, I have the legal right to place you under citizen's arrest for harassing my son and threatening his friend. I didn't need to place this guy under citizen's arrest, though, as I knew who he was. I was just going to give the information to my son, and my son was going to make a report on him, which he did. And he wants to file charges due to the fact that my son does have panic and anxiety, and it was set off due to this guy's irrational behavior.
My name is.
The Watcher.
You just harassed and threatened my son on a bus.
Yeah.
I'll be out at Tim Hortons.
There you have it, folks. Another episode from The Watcher. Be sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe. You know, like I say always, stand up for what's right. Because if you're not standing up for what's right, then you're wrong. And who wants to be wrong?